Hey, what's going on, everybody? Once again, it's your boy E2 Blue back at you again. I know you ain't heard from me in a couple of days. I've been on the grind getting ready for this draft. Speaking of the draft, are y'all ready for this draft? Because I'm going to tell you one thing, I'm ready for the draft. I cannot wait. We are 3 weeks away for our road trip to the draft. I hope to see you guys there. If you are, come check out the tailgate. I know a lot of you have been watching Mark and the stuff that he's been doing, and he's been diligently running around, busting his ass, trying to get stuff for this draft. And I give him a lot of praise because Mark works hard. He's a hard-working guy, and he's a great guy. And, you know, a model. He's a really good dude. And I'm happy to say that he's one of my good friends. Now, as far as this draft goes, we're going to be driving down there Tuesday night. We're going to be setting up at the campgrounds. And Thursday, I'll be DJing. Mark will be providing food. And we're going to have a good old time, y'all. So if you're there, come holler at us. If you see me, let me know who you are. You know, if you follow me, great. I appreciate it. I'll be glad to meet all you guys. As far as what we're going to do in the draft, now, for some reason this year, it feels like the draft is... I mean, the draft is always unpredictable. Let's be honest with you. But this year, it seems like it's hella difficult. It's like it's hard to do a mock draft because things are changing every day. You don't know what's going on, and then on top of that, it's this stuff with Dez is really clouding a lot of things that we think that they're going to do or things that we think that they're not going to do. Jerry Jones is thinking and saying one thing. His son, Stephen Jones, is thinking and saying another thing. So we don't know what the truth is. At this point, it's almost like we just got to wait and see what happens. Everybody's going to be shocked. Some people are going to be happy about the moves and stuff that we make going forward. Some people are going to be mad. Some people are going to be happy. Some people are going to be indifferent. Now, I just hope that we make the right decisions, because I know in the past, sometimes we don't make the right decisions when it comes to players, and it comes back to bite us in the ass. This is another reason why we haven't made it to a Super Bowl since the 90s. We got to make that change now, y'all. And to do that, you got to be smart. You got to be wise. You have to have a coaching staff that can make these changes and make these moves. I said it before about getting these players to be their best, selecting the right players, you know. And again, in the draft, you don't know who's going to be a bust, who's going to be a hitter. You don't know. Everybody is a 50-50, no matter how high or low they are projected. Now, one thing that you can, if you're a scout expert, which I'm not, but if you're a scout expert and you're in your experience with player personnel and things of that nature, you would know that, hey, I know this guy will be good for our system and the stuff that we're trying to do. If it's a defensive player, if we're running a 4-3 defense, if we're running a 3-4, if he's a DB, he's a zone player, if he's a man coverage player, if he's a linebacker, if he plays the Mike Will, or Strong. I mean, this is the thing. You got to know your players. You gotta do your research, and that will put you in a better situation. It will make your chances better on getting the right players for your team. Y'all know that I'm one for keeping it real, and this is what I do. I keep it real. Now, I'm excited about what potentially can happen this year, but I'm not one of those fans that's going to be like, oh, we're going to kick everybody's ass, we're going to the Super Bowl, and people prematurely getting Super Bowl tattoos and the team don't even make it to the damn playoff. No, we're not going to do that. But all I know is, if we don't make it to the playoffs this year, you know who's leaving. Coach Garrett ain't going to be here no more, period. I think that if they do the right thing and put the right players around Dak, and they switch the offensive scheme to be to his strengths, I think that Dak is going to do very well this year. It looks like he shed a couple of pounds. He went from, I think, my size, like 240, 245. Now he's like 220. He shed a couple of pounds so he can, you know, maybe run faster, be a little bit more elusive. But I hope that I kind of want him to be a big body, because if he's going to be taking these hits, he's got to be able to take that hit. And if he's going to be a running quarterback like he was last year, he's got to be able to absorb those hits, i.e. Cam Newton. Because Cam Newton's a big guy. He's damn near linebacker size at the quarterback position. This first round of the draft is going to be very interesting, because a lot of teams are trying to move up. A lot of teams are trying to move down. And Cowboys have a chance to make some splashes. Reason being is because we got 10 draft picks. I highly doubt that the Cowboys are going to sit pat at all their picks and pick 10 players, because you're not going to have 10 players on this team. You're just not. So, with that being said, they're going to wheel and deal. They're going to move around. They're going to do what they need to do. I've said it before, and I know you guys know this, because a lot of you guys said it too. If we move up in the draft, there's only a couple of guys that you're going to get. Now, that said guy, Derwin James. If you're going to move up, you better get that safety, because like I said, he's an all-around safety. He can move up. He can play like a linebacker. He can play like a cornerback. But if we're going to draft him, you better keep him at safety. That's my thing, because really at the safety position, all we have is Heath and my frat brother Kayvon Frazier. Now, I know they think highly of Kayvon and Heath. I do too. But I think that we need to get somebody that's dynamic in that position, whether it be in free agency or somebody in this draft. But as far as high-round safeties, you're either going to go Minkah Fitzpatrick or you're going to go Derwin James. Me personally, I'd rather have Derwin James. But to get Derwin James, you're going to have to hop ahead of the Buccaneers to get that position. Because I think that if he's there at their pick, because I think they picked 10, if he's there, which he very well can be, because quarterbacks are going to be coming off this board like hotcakes. So it's going to be skill positions coming down the wire more readily available for teams that pick in the mid round. So if we're going to move up, you got to get ahead of them to get Derwin. Now, the draft is at our home. I feel like the Cowboys are flashy like that. I feel like they're going to show out at some point. They're going to make some move that's going to have some people scratching their head. It's going to have some people jumping on the table excited. We'll see. I am so excited for the first round, because I don't know what they're going to do. My mock draft is probably going to be wrong as fuck. The one that I did already that you guys seen. I'm going to do another one, but I'm going to do a first round draft. I'm going to do a first round mock, basically all the teams that pick in the first round. I'm going to do that one before we leave. Sometime this week or next week, so look out for that. I keep going back and forth on my mock. That's why I haven't posted it yet, because I'm like, I've been doing so much research, and it's like, Jesus Christ. So, your boy Hurst, he the one that had the heart condition. A lot of teams are taking him completely off of their board right now. So he might not even be an option anymore. I might have to take Hurst off of my mock draft, because I don't think nobody's going to pick him, especially not in the first round with a heart condition, and nobody really knows how serious that is. And, you know, you're a football player with a heart condition, you know, teams is not going to really touch you. You know what I mean? So there's that. And then you got Arden Key. I don't want the Cowboys to get Arden Key. I don't know if they've been looking at him or not, but I've heard his name circulating around. But they better not be looking at Arden Key, because you get Arden Key, I think that his draft stock is dropping because of his off-field stuff. It's almost like what we went through with Randy Gregory. We don't want to go through that again. I mean, Randy Gregory is just now trying to come back to the team, and we still don't know if he's going to be back on the team, or if he's going to stay there, or if he's actually really off the weed. Now, Arden Key has the same issues, and Arden Key, we wonder if football is really a love for him. So, I don't want to go that route either, because like I said, I don't need another if situation like what happened with Randy Gregory and get suspended, and because you already know there's a bias toward the Cowboys. Anything happen with us, they quick to suspend our players no matter what. So, on that note, I'm not even trying to go there. So, forget that. You guys, I already told y'all who I won in the first round. I'm going to keep saying it over and over again, whether you like it or not. I want Vita Vea, because I think we need to get defense. Now, we got some linemen. I wouldn't mind having Will Hernandez, and I definitely wouldn't mind having Isaiah Wynn. But I think Wynn's probably going to go a little higher. So, because on my mock board, I have him going a little higher. Technically, I got Vita Vea off the board too, because the Redskins are looking at him and the Chargers. So, I don't know. Like I said, it's so difficult doing this first round, because I feel like it's more uncertainty on our first round pick than it was last year. You would have thought it would have been easier because it's at the 19th pick. But last year we was at pick 27, and at pick 27, you're literally getting a second round pick, as we got Taco. Taco, in my opinion, was a second round player. And basically, you're picking that high in the draft. I mean, you're picking that low in the draft. You know, you're gonna get a second round guy. I think Taco has promise. We'll see what he does this year. Long as they don't have somebody in there being a progress stopper. Because one thing about the Cowboys, they have a tendency to have players in front of other players and stopping their progress, and we don't want that. So let's not have that. Let's not do that. A little bit around the league. I know you guys heard about the this whole RG3 thing. RG3 is back, and he's with the Ravens. Now, that's interesting as hell. I was listening to Harbaugh when he was talking about how excited he was to bring RG3 in. They did a workout with him. Now, he very well, I mean, he was a good football player when he played. But those injuries and that cocky attitude he had was not good. Now, again, him being out of the league for a little bit, maybe that changed him, you know, because I think he fell, because the Redskins laid out the red carpet for him when he came. It was like they had cups and mugs. You know, I live in the DMV area, so I see all these Redskins fans all day, every damn day. I argue with them all day, every day. And they're dumpster firing this. And I'm just like, it's crazy, because it's like, they put him such on a high pedestal that it was just like, you go to people's houses, you got Redskin cups and Redskin backpacks and Redskin themed footballs. I mean, and RG3 this and RG3 that. And I got so sick of it. So when things started going bad for him, I guess it brought him back to earth. Like, look, maybe I'm not as invincible as I thought I was. So, with that being said, I hope that he learns from all of that craziness. I hope that he literally becomes a better player. I think that he could be. For the Ravens, like I said, they're excited to have him. So we'll see what happens this season. I don't know. I got to look it up. I don't know if we play. I don't know if our division plays their division this year, because I know we play like the Ravens every 4 years or something like that. So we'll see what happens. Because when we like to call it here the Battle of the Beltway, when the Washington teams play the Baltimore teams, it's the Battle of the Beltway. Also, I think also when the Eagles play the Redskins too, because, you know, 95, 97, it goes straight to Philly. So, it's a quick drive up the street. I mean, we technically the Redskins are in Landover, Maryland. So we technically have 2 Maryland teams. So it's the battle of the Maryland football teams. But, it's going to be interesting if, RG3 is on the team long enough to play against his old team. That's going to be crazy. And you could just imagine going into the stadium, especially if it's a home game for the Ravens. And you know, you guys that follow me that live out here in the DMV, you guys know that Baltimore crazy as hell. You go out there to M&T Bank Stadium, it's like, you hear him chanting RG3. And I know that he's going to be Flacco's backup, but you know, as soon as Flacco gets sacked or he do something stupid, they're going to be chanting RG3. You know how bandwagon fans are. they'll sit here and root for everybody who's a backup, and the backup ain't nowhere near as good as the guy that's in front of them. But whatever the case may be, it is what it is. The Patriots, I mean, that Bill Belichick is so smart. Like, I hate the Patriots, but I got to give them their credit. Like, Belichick is, it seems like, and this is what you're supposed to do. When you know you're a winning team every year, you know you're not going to get no good draft picks. You're going to be picking in the back of the draft. They up here moving up. I feel like, is this the start of, is this the start of Tom Brady retirement? Are they working on that contingency plan on getting a quarterback to take his spot when he leaves? Because I feel like they may be trying to get a quarterback in this draft. I feel like they're trying to slide up because they already got they got the Rams first round pick by trading them Brandon Cooks, and I'm telling you, the Rams gonna be some monsters this year. Like, I can't even front. We'll see. I mean, that boy McVay, I'm a fan of McVay's. I'm not even gonna lie. McVay is a year younger than me. I tend to, not to be off topic, but I tend to just be like, what the hell am I doing with my life? It's a damn coach in the NFL, a year younger than me, making millions, and I'm sitting here. Anyway, well, I'm happy for him. He doing this thing, you know. He turned golf around, and this is what I kept telling y'all before about basically what a coach can do for a player. Those of you that talk bad about Dak, I guarantee you, if Jason Garrett gets his head out his ass and Linehan gets his head out his ass and start making plays that make sense for Dak, put Dak in a situation where he needs to be, get him the protection, get these offensive linemen, get some blocking help. Falcons game, do the right thing, and that boy will succeed. He got Zeke, so come on now. And I know that Zeke was suspended last year and we was going through a lot, but I felt like the team as a whole, gave up when Zeke wasn't there. That's one thing that you can't do. And, you know, Bryce Butler already bust out the team for that when he was talking on, what was it, First Take or whatever he was doing. When he basically said that, like, I literally felt like the coaches were, like, giving up and just saying, hey, if we lose, we lose. Maybe we could get some better draft picks for next year. Like, you know, it is what it is. He's with the Cardinals now. Good luck to him. Whatever. I don't care. Good riddance. But I'm pretty optimistic about what we can do in our chances this year. Granted, what we do in the draft. There's some good talent in the draft. Everybody keeps saying are the Cowboys going to get a damn wide receiver in the first round? Why? You just got Allen Hurns. You just got Thompson. I don't know what the fuck's going to happen with Dez. I don't know if Dez is staying. I don't know if they're going to cut him. I mean, I wouldn't cut him, but one of my subscribers said that he was trash. I'm like, what? Whatever. I'm not even going to get into that argument. I'm not even going to start talking about Dez. Fuck it. It's a moot point. But all I'm saying is this. I'm not emotional about it. If he's not on the team, Dez Bryant is personally, I don't know him personally, so I can't be like, oh, they done cut my boy, you know. But I'm just looking at, I just know that he still has talent to be on this team, but that's all. I'm going to leave it at that. I feel like the majority of our problems is this damn coaching staff and them being conservative and not switching things up. I'm going to say this again. I'm going to go back to when Ron, what the hell? Don't hit my car. You know I keep it real, right? But anyway, go back to the Ron Leary when he left and went to the Broncos. What happened when we played the Broncos? I know y'all seen that game. You're not going to sit here and tell me that they didn't know our plays. They knew what the hell we were going to do. Von Miller is a monster, yes, and I would love for him to be on this team, but he's not that much of a monster that you literally like are in the fucking backfield, our backfield, when Dak snaps the ball, he can't even get the ball off to Zeke or get the ball off to another running back or throw the ball because you're right there. So when I'm thinking of this and I'm looking at what's happening, I'm like, come on, man, like, switch it up, do some different things, because at the end of the day, we're not gonna succeed well if we keep doing the same thing over and over. You still got the same calls. Now, again, we have some players that left this team that are going to other teams that possibly will play against us next year. So if you don't change these calls on offense and defense, we're gonna have some problems. I just look at that Broncos game and I'm like, I know that they didn't want to speak on that, or they didn't want to say that was what it was, but that's what it was. If you go back to the game tape and you look at when you'll see I think both Zach Martin and Travis Frederick was mouthing off to Ron Leary, and it looked like they were like about to fight or something. And mind you, they was all cool when he was here, but it's almost like, bro, I know you ain't go over there and give them our plays. Like, what you doing over there? Like, but you know that's what he did. He went over there and he was like, look, this is when Dak does this or whatever stuff that he does, that this means that means this, and this is how you attack them. When he does this, he's going to the left. When he does that, he's going to sweep to the right. When he does this, he's in shotgun. So again, they knew what the hell we were going to do. They was in the backfield like a motherfucker. Like, that defensive front for the Broncos was good, but they wasn't that goddamn good. Ain't nobody that good that you can guess every play where I'm going to be at. That just doesn't happen. So, you know, but that's old news. It is what it is. I'm done with it. But yeah, like, teams are making moves. I love the offseason because it puts things in perspective. It's like, okay, when you see all these players making these moves and doing different things, you're just sitting here thinking like, okay, what are we going to do? And I know a lot of you was like, before we started making moves, y'all was like, who we going to get? I told y'all they're a second-tiered team. That's what they do. They get second and third tier. They wait for that top shelf to come off, and then they get the rest of the guys that fall in line. Another thing, I didn't hear anything about Coney Ealy being signed, and it looks like he left the facility. So I don't know what that means. Normally, when a player leaves without signing, he's going to go somewhere else. I don't know if the Jets are going to re-sign him, because I mean, I know that they were another team that were trying to get him back, but I don't know. I just I really would have liked Coney Ealy on this team. I think that he would have added some real good depth for us. So we didn't have to go reaching and searching for stuff that we didn't have to. But we'll see what happens, y'all. If Coney really, I feel like if he was really excited, he would have signed. And it's funny because the Cowboys wanted him last year before the Jets signed him. But you didn't make it happen. Like, he came to the facility and you let him leave? I don't know what's going on. I don't know. Like, I'm so confused about this coaching staff and the owner and player personnel people. I'm just so confused on what they doing. It's a headache just to think about it. You know what I mean? But hey, it gives me something to talk about every day, right? So it is what it is. So I'm not going to keep y'all, you know, I'm long-winded with it, but y'all know E2 keep it real. But I appreciate y'all. I really do, man. Thanks again for all y'all that subscribed. If you haven't subscribed to me, hit that subscribe button. Support your boy. Like I said, if you guys are going to be at the draft, I'll be DJing. Come shout or holler at me. Let me know. You know, say hi to me. I'm an approachable guy. I'm a nice guy. I'm not mean. I know sometimes I may look like I am, but I'm a real cool dude. Trust me. That's all I do. I just work. I roller skate. I DJ. I'm just all around good guy. That's just what I do. But yeah, till next time, y'all. Oh yeah. We signed a punter. I don't know why, but Bill Mayer. I don't know what to say about that. I don't know. Maybe I'm assuming they just did that for insurance purposes, just in case Bailey was still dealing with his groin injury, or Chris Jones. We got one of the best punters on the team. I feel like if you were going to get a punter kicker, you should have went and got Marquette King, because that boy is good. I don't know why I don't know why John Gruden let him go, but whatever. It is what it is. But till next time, y'all, I'll holler at you later. Signing out. It's your boy E2 Blue, always keeping it real. Holla back.